It's Monday and time for the Back to Business podcast, featuring Calgary's industry leaders. Welcome today's show host, Kim Hayden.
Networking nights are usually all business, business cards, handshaking, conversation. But what if those nights could have a little bit of a twist? That's exactly what Jen Aitken is doing here at the Calgary Petroleum Club with her Taste and Travel Nights. Through her company, Navigate with Jen, she is turning travel into a community experience and something delicious that we can all look forward to. But first, our land acknowledgement. We here at the Calgary Petroleum Club, in a spirit of reconciliation, honor and acknowledge that the land on which we learn, work, and live is Treaty 7 region of southern Alberta. This place is a traditional homeland for the First Nations and Métis peoples, and today we all are part of this treaty land. Welcome to the show, Jen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am excited. I love anything around travel.
Yep.
Most of the travel I've done in my life, because mother of 3 children and an entrepreneur, I've never left home for long. And typically, I know it's in a suburban. I can't even tell you the amount of road trips I have done with my children to go to Wichita, Kansas. And we've done some crazy journeys. Craziest is probably driving to Mexico once.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we drove all the way down to central Mexico. I am that lady. But I want to start getting on a plane. And I was super stoked when I heard you were coming in today because I'm looking to get some insight.
Yeah.
You game?
I am totally game.
Awesome. So why don't you first start us with Navigate with Jen? Why? Like, how did that come to be?
When I was younger, I was in a life-altering accident, and I ended up believing life is short. So I have to, with my travels and everything, I've done really cool things in my life. And the last 31 years have been crazy. So me and my mom ended up traveling the world, and I was like, hey, I should get paid for this. Yeah. So I like to organize people's bucket list trips now. And that's my full focus right now, is the cool things that I've done, and I want to help other people achieve them too.
You said bucket lists. We're going to come back to that because that brings up a whole other kind of thought process. Now, you said you want to get paid for this. So you're organizing events.
Yes.
Do you have other verticals? Have you done a book? Have you done I'm working on social media, anything like, is there a way that we can follow you? Because this is very cool.
I have a TikTok and an Instagram account called Navigate with Jen. I post travel deals every so often, and it's the best flight deals. Like, do you know right now it's $500 to go to Rome round trip with WestJet? That is absolutely insane. And I just keep people aware of the travel deals and stuff.
Is that one way?
No,
or round trip?
Round trip.
With WestJet?
With WestJet.
And they fly to Rome?
Yep.
God, you are going to be my new best friend, Jen.
Yeah.
I'm 56 and I'm hitting the bucket list. This is why we're coming back. But so we can follow you and start leaning in a little bit.
Follow me. I also have an email list that I send out every 2 weeks for my big bucket list trips. So we have Africa coming up. We have Japan coming up. We have Egypt coming up. I just don't know when yet. And then we have, I do the travel deals with the planes, and then I do, what else is on that list? Vegas. Vegas right now is $343.
Yeah, because
no one wants to go.
It's a ghost town. Nashville. Nashville's like the new Vegas South. Yeah. That one's crazy. I have seen a hotel there that is on my bucket list called The Graduate.
Yep.
Dolly Parton's hotel. It's all pink. I want to go. And
totally,
girls
trip.
There. Let's do a girls trip. You and I are going to be talking, folks. Stay tuned because there's all sorts of craziness that can happen here. Wild and crazy times. So you're known for curating these group trips.
Yes.
So you've traveled tons, you and your mom. How do you even start on? Because all I envision is cats, trying to herd cats. What does creating these group trips look like? And why would somebody go on a group trip versus just getting their own ticket and going themselves?
I choose my destinations based on where I want to go.
I love you, Jen.
So there was Africa, and we got Africa for like $3,800 with the flights, with the hotel, and with the safari and the food. So it was like such a good price, and I based a group around that.
Where do you want to go, and how are we all going to go with you?
Okay, so we choose my destination based on where I want to go. Let's say Africa, South Africa. Then we find the trip that I want to go to, or the company I want to work with. And Exotica includes flights and hotel, and sometimes cruises and food. So you have Exotica, and then you have the price, and then you have the great deals that they have based on where their offers are, because every month they have a new featured.
And this would be based also on like season, right?
Yes, yeah. Season, yeah. Okay. So we're going to Africa in February, so it's ended up being their summer versus our winter.
Okay.
Then I am just a really fun person to go with. I have not found somebody like me yet.
Okay.
So yes.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Yes.
Tell me what makes you unique.
My passion, I've ended up being, I've been on trips before where I have completely done 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We have to do this. From this time to this time, we have to do this. So very type A. And my mom was like, oh my God, Jen, stop. Like, just stop it. But we ended up having the best time ever.
Yeah.
But I'm also a type B traveler. So I'm like, oh, go with the flow. And then my trips are mostly based on, if you want to be in a group, you can. But then you can also do your own stuff. So it's good for introverts and extroverts.
Excellent.
So we have planned group itineraries, and they don't have to do them. So they can come with us, but sit in our hotel, which I don't know why you would, but.
You know, I am very much an extrovert, which I'm not sure if you've picked up on that, or anybody who listens to the show a little bit. And I'm one of these people that I rotate through people if I'm throughout the day.
Yeah.
Because most people need a break. I operate at very high frequencies. I'm always thinking, like, since we've sat down, I've come up with 3 other like travel ideas for you. And it's like, oh, and then I have this and that, but that's just how I go. But so when you're navigating these trips with a group of individuals,
yes,
do you sometimes help curate or facilitate if you've got one high energy person like myself that maybe doesn't self-regulate, and help navigate that around? So the poor little introvert hiding in the corner.
I consider myself both sometimes. So I have like the high impact energy trips, and not trips, but like experiences, planned. But I also, you can do whatever you want kind of thing. So I have for the really high energy people, when I'm traveling, it's like I go on a trip and I want to relax, but then I ended up walking 1,500 steps. So
yes. Well, and that's the beauty of travel. If you're going to places that you can walk,
exactly.
Walkable. What about safety? I know that there's a lot of questions globally right now around safety. As a curator of these experiences, what do you do to try to ensure as much safety as possible? We can't guarantee anything, right?
On some of my trips, there are actually tour guides with us. So we have the safety of like the professional who knows the country. And so I wouldn't go like by myself anywhere and lead a trip. I would have somebody leading it for me, and I'd just bring everyone along, if that makes sense.
No, it makes absolute sense. Because I know that my understanding, gun violence and things like that, it's not a huge issue in Europe and Italy and those types of places, but they're still like pickpockets. And, you go to some places like Germany, there are issues, some people have knives and stuff, right? Yeah. And I know that that's always, when people feel like they're not in their own space, that they don't feel they have quite the control.
Yeah.
Right. That's probably why I've always done all of my travel in my own vehicle.
Yeah.
It's a control mechanism.
Yeah.
At 56, though, I realized I have no control in this world. And if I better do something.
Yeah.
I better get out there and see the world. Let's talk about real quick. So you're doing the travel nights and you're starting to bring business together and stuff. What is the one thing that you would want other people who haven't taken time for travel? What is it that you want them to maybe know, right?
You learn so much when you travel, and that's always important for me, is always learning. And I want to help people achieve their ultimate goal of seeing the world. So,
and do you find that with the more fluid workspaces, that more people are like, the when we see digital nomads and such, and we're seeing people who can kind of work from anywhere,
like me,
they're like you, absolutely. Do you find that there's more people, and what's kind of the average age of your groups, or?
So right now I've only been in business for the last 2 years. So my group trips though are, between the ages of 30 and 50. So It's very, and men, women, it's originally supposed to be only women, but now it's grown because everyone wants to travel.
Yeah.
Or bring their boyfriends, like, hey, do you want to come? But that is mostly the 30 to 40, because I want somebody who's more who isn't, their frontal cortex has been formed.
Yes.
So they're not like drinking or partying, and I don't want to be responsible for that, which makes sense. And then older people, you have to keep up with the group. So I don't want to.
Yeah. So these are more active.
Yes.
Okay. More active. What is the goal that you want Navigate with Jen? What's the legacy that you want to leave other people with?
Oh, legacy. I would like to just to have a good time. Life is short. That's kind of my whole, you only live once. That's literally, I'm getting that tattooed on the back of my arm or somewhere on my body, because it's true. You only live once. It's kind of, I want to help people get to their, ultimate. I keep saying this, but just cross it off your list.
Yeah.
It's so super important to do stuff, because my grandfather wanted to go to 50 states and he never got the chance to. So because he became crippled and like.
Exactly. We never know. We never know when something's going to happen. I like the idea that you are also working towards bringing travel and business together.
Yes.
Like, this is a very cool concept. Because as I mentioned earlier, we're seeing more people with hybrid roles or self-economies where they're working for themselves. How does somebody approach that option of like travel and their business? Would you set something to make sure that there's Wi-Fi? Like what are some of the things that people can do both?
Like, if you want to come on my trips, you could do... we can spend the morning. Well, let's see. If we go to Europe, let's say, we'd start later. So we do all the activities in the morning, and then the workday starts in the afternoon there. So you'd start at like maybe 4:00 and then do your work until like 9, and then you work for 5 hours or something like that. So
wait a minute. So their work days and explain that to me.
Okay.
That's cool.
It's only because the time difference for here versus there.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, I'm following you.
Yes. So we would do all the fun stuff in the morning, and then you'd have the chance to work at night, because it would be the siesta time, like in Spain or wherever.
Oh, very cool. Mm-hmm. And is your mom still part of this business with you, or?
I do it by myself, but she books she travels with me a lot. So they're actually in Athens right now. So they just got on a cruise.
Very cool. I have a girlfriend who just got accepted into a university in Scotland.
Okay.
And she's going to be studying there for 1 year on, I don't know, something around the movies and art around fairies and all that kind of stuff. So this whole thing then, and which is very cool. What's even cooler is she's got a futon. And so I said, go. I'm booked end of April, and I'm going to take my daughter with me. I love hearing that you and your mom, do that together. So what's been your greatest challenge in building this business?
Networking, because I didn't like networking before April, and my one friend who used to be in BNI actually was like, you should probably join BNI. And I was like, okay. So I went to go see BNI, and I've met 200 people now.
Wow.
And I've joined the club, and I keep going to BNI meetings. I'm a spare for people because I know most of the people there, so there's no point in me joining. But it's just a lot of people, and I've opened myself to a lot of everything, and I've sold like $75,000 worth of product
through networking, and that brings a really good point around how business is still being done.
Yeah,
people like, yes, we can have online, but at the end of the day,
it's who you know.
It's who you know, and it's how people perceive you, right? It's like, do I know you, like you, and trust you?
Yes.
And it's a lot harder to do that online. Let's talk about your networking challenges.
Yes.
So you never really networked before. It was not your jam.
It was not my jam.
What is it? Even though at times it's probably still uncomfortable. I mean, I'm an extrovert, but I'm a deep dive person. So I am not a good networker.
Yeah.
I am not. Like, this is one of the things I'm actually looking at getting the AI glasses with an earpiece that will tell me to move on.
Yeah.
To shut up. Because I want to know everything that we're doing right here, but what we're doing, you don't do at a networking. Networking serves a purpose. It's to get to know people on one level and then invite them in for coffee or whatever for the next level. So what is the one thing, and it's funny because I found introverts make great networkers because they're intentional.
Yeah.
What's the thing? What has made you more comfortable? Why is networking important to you? Aside from the $75,000.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So networking is so important because it was meeting people and getting to know you. And for some reason, everyone loves me. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm so chill to talk to and stuff. But
you got the coolest stories, I'm guessing.
Yes, this is true. So then I tell them, like, I meet them, and then I tell them my whale story, and then then they're like, oh my God. And then everyone at the club's like, whale girl or whale whisperer. And I was that's me. That's cool. So, yeah.
Okay. Now you can't leave us hanging.
Gosh. Okay.
Now you have to tell us the whale whisperer.
This is so embarrassing. Oh my God. Well, it's not that embarrassing. Okay. So in last September, I went to Vegas, and I ended up, it was a travel conference, and I ended up winning a trip to Antarctica. So they pulled my business card out of just a tub of business cards.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can go anywhere in the world. And I was like, I am going to Antarctica. I will never have this chance again to go on a $40,000 cruise. There's no way. So I packed my mom up. I was like, we're going to Antarctica. And we ended up on this giant ship. It was a Silver Sea, Silver Cloud. So expensive, so nice. And we traveled to the Drake Passage, and we got to Antarctica. We had 5 days. On the third day, we were in the little Zodiac, the little boat that goes and tours. And this one lady was like, oh, have you seen any whales yet or any wildlife? And the guide's like, no, we haven't. But blah, 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 blah. And I was like, excuse me. I put my hand up. I was like, are you a whale professional? And she's like, no, I'm not. And I was like, do you mind if I start speaking whale? And my mom is behind me going, oh my God, don't do this. This is so embarrassing. And I just like, okay. And I was like, hello. You laugh. A whale popped up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a whale popped up. So then I just thought, hey, it's a fluke, like whatever. So I did it again. Come see ya. Like Dory.
Dory, yes.
Yeah. And I called 17 whales the whole trip.
Crazy.
I have 4 people in Calgary who know my story, like who have actually witnessed it. Well, including me, I guess, but 3. And they will testify that it was absolutely true. So it really worked.
That is crazy.
So
a
that's
true
my-
siren,
Yeah.
a whale siren.
So I go to networking events. I tell the story like, oh, whale whisper. I was like, yeah. And on the third day or the fifth day of the cruise, the last day of the cruise, they were fighting over which person to put me in, like which boat I should get into. They're like, we want the whale whisper. I was like, I don't like you guys enough. I'm so sorry. Go away. And the whale actually came underneath us. Like it was so close. It came underneath us. And everyone's like, oh my God, you wished for it. Like, yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, I did call it over. Sorry.
That is crazy. Oh my. And so and you were only a year into your business when you
I
won
was a
this.
year into my business.
So that just kind of sets precedence as to where your business can go.
Yeah.
Why do you think now is a time for a business like yours?
Because with COVID, it was so devastating to the travel industry, and no one wanted to travel without like travel insurance, or like canceling your flights was horrible, and canceling your entire hotels and stuff was horrible. People want the reassurance that they can travel with anywhere in the world with like a helping hand. And I think that is very important. And the fact that I am so young, I can hit a different audience because I don't know how many people, like I'm on TikTok and Instagram, I'm considered the travel queen. Because I go, hey, I'm the travel queen. I have a deal for you. And that's so unique to what people are used to.
Yeah.
And because everyone is, sorry guys, older.
Hey now. I'm going to need therapy after
You're
this
not
one.
that old.
I am that
I'm not
old.
saying that. I'm saying all the travel agents are older.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Well, but travel agency, that's a dying breed.
Yes,
So
and I'm trying to
are you
pick
the
it back
new
up.
breed?
Yes.
Are you the new breed?
Yes.
And I think that comes to the experiential. I believe that in business, that's what we have to look at, is quit looking at the widget, the whole feature benefit kind of thing, and start looking at the experience, right?
Yeah.
What is the memory, the emotion, the impact you're going to make on that person's life, right? Yeah. So when you're going through all of this, and what's been aside from networking, like, has there been anything around any kind of tips or strategies on setting up your business that, like, just tracking, like, what can you share just on the backside of building your own brand and business?
I just choose where you want to go. And that's kind of where I've built my business around. And it's fun to let other people share what I do with other people. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Favorite food on the road? What's the one thing you always look forward to when you go somewhere?
Doritos.
Doritos.
That's so weird. But I just came back from Mexico a couple weeks ago, and the Doritos are completely different over there.
They have the taco flavor. Have you had the taco flavor down there?
Flavor.
They have a taco flavor seasoning that you can get down in like deep South states and in Mexico.
Okay.
And it's just got a good like
kick.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It does. What was the flavor in Mexico that you found?
Oh, so we ended up getting both regular, like American, and Mexican, and we tried different, and the Mexican was so much better because it just had a little bit of a zing.
Yeah.
And it's fun to try.
Their sodas are good.
Stuff.
Their sodas are all made with sugar cane.
Yeah.
They are so good. They have one that is like an orange sickle.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I've not had that yet.
Yeah, I like the Mexican sodas. So with the new Taste and Travel series that you're going to, the first one's coming up soon here at the Calgary Petroleum Club. So first of all, tell us your experience in working with the Calgary, because I mean, putting on events are not easy.
Yeah.
And, making sure they're filled and everything goes smooth. So tell us why you chose the Calgary Petroleum Club, what your experience has been so far, and what the evening looks like.
So my Taste and Travel series is going to be first on October 14th. That's my first one. Here, I chose the Petroleum Club because I think the demographic is changing. It's such a different from the old boys club that there used to be. Now it's more young professionals, more women. Oh my gosh, so many women. And they're all headstrong and absolutely amazing. And all the staff here are fantastic too. but deciding to do it was huge because I specifically chose here to do my talk. What is it called? Taste and Travel series.
Yep.
We ended up doing. I visited different clubs in the city, and this was the best one to have a giant outreach for people because it was so diverse a couple months ago. And what was the other question before I start?
So what does the evening look like?
Oh, the evening looks like it is a hybrid. I'm doing a networking event / taste and travel. So there'll be wine, food. We'll have a guest speaker who is Sharon Wilson from Exotica coming in to talk about the Camino de Santiago. This is our first. Next year, I'm hoping to put a group together so they can walk in a group in a safe setting, and your bags are all carried throughout the trip, so you don't even have to lift a finger. So that's very important.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Yeah. And then it'll be half that and half networking. So it'll be just fun.
And you're like the networking queen.
Apparently.
Yeah,
Travel
apparently.
queen.
Travel queen.
Travel queen, travel networker.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So you're planning a trip, European, for 2026. What does this look like when you start like the outreach? Is it, I'm going here, who wants to come?
Yes.
Basically, in a nutshell.
Yeah, in a nutshell. And I try to get the best prices. I work with the company to do the prices down and stuff, and we work on that. And then, yeah, that's kind of where it goes.
Now, you mentioned earlier that your grandfather wanted to go to all the states.
Yes.
And he didn't get that opportunity.
Yes.
Why do you think people don't take the moment to travel?
Oh, because they're too worried about money or too worried about stress and stuff. And I found if people go away to get rid of stress, hey, there's still stress on the road. So you can't get away from it. You can just enjoy and have a good time and drink a lot if you want to drink a lot. Do not recommend that.
Play it safe,
Yeah.
but there's so much to see. There's so many things to do. The world is a cool place.
Yeah.
And I think, like some of the places I want to go, like Norway, Sweden.
Been there.
I do want to go to China because China has a lot of technological, architectural infrastructure that I just think is very cool. I don't know if I would go, but it does pique I watch every documentary on China I can get. Let's see, where else is on my list? Australia? You been there?
Nope, not yet. I've been to 4 continents, not
Australia is on my list. Yeah. My daughter already told me she's not going because she goes, everything wants to kill you there. So she said,
this is valid, yes.
Valid. What is, in final closing, what is a piece of advice you could give to people who are sitting on the fence, who maybe economically they're a little tight, but they just have that burning urge within them? What's your advice?
Follow me because I can get you the best deals. And don't overplan. Like that's kind of when you're on the trip, or when you book the trip, don't overplan. But when there's deals all around, you just have to find them if you're financially strapped. So it's kind of cool that the world is so, you're able to, what's the word I'm looking for? You're able to, the world is your oyster and it's easier to get to now than like 50 years ago.
Far more accessible. Yes. That is amazing.
Thank you. That was the word I was looking for.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Well, and since you said I'm not too old to go with you, I'm not too old to hang out with the young ones. Do check it out. If you're in and around, treat yourself, come by, grab that taste and travel night. You'll be able to see the world acclaimed, Well Whisper worker magic within the network, but also maybe get you inspired about what your 2026 looks like.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jen.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for joining us today on the Back to Business podcast. Be sure to visit calpeteclub.com, CALPETECLUB.com, to find out more about upcoming events, networking opportunities, and membership. if you are not already a valued member at the CPC, where we are proudly connecting and supporting Calgary's business leaders.